Hey guys and gals, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Vinny and I'll be your host. This channel is called BNSF 6951 or Vinny Vid Productions. If you guys are interested in model railroad train layouts, model railroad train operations and run sessions, rail fanning, kit builds, scratch builds, tips, tricks, and techniques, please consider to hit that subscribe button down there. And after you hit that subscribe button, please feel free to hit that bell. That'll give you notifications when I do a live stream or I do a video upload. And after you get done with all of that, it would be nice if you go ahead and hit that thumbs up because that'll help my analytics. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, so let's get on with it. Be back in a few minutes. Bye for now. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the cuz sent you. I don't know why my camera keeps freezing up. Anyhow, I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum. It's called Espresso. And that's going to be the roof and the interior. I decided to do the interior brown instead of black. The foundation part I am going to do with this testers, and this color is called flat light aircraft gray. And that's going to be done. And then finally, for this part of the video, this top section right here, I am going to paint with this here colonial red. Anyhow, I'm going to go out to my garage right now. It's still very early in the morning and I don't want to go outside. But I'm going to go ahead and paint all these parts and then I'll bring you guys back. So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys and gals, as you can see, I've got the inside of the building all painted up. And here is the roof. It's all painted up. And also, I did the foundation. Now I just need to wait for this to dry before I can apply my red. Most of the masking will stay on there, just this front part, this upper blue part will come off so I can paint the red as you see in this picture. I'm going to try and replicate all the colors on here so it looks like the picture when I get done with it. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's let this dry up and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got everything all taped up so I can go ahead and paint this front section right here. It wraps around the entire side here. And this front part here is stone, so I'm going to figure out how to do the stone, different colors in the stone because it's got browns and tans and grays in there. Anyhow, I'm going to take this out to the garage and I am going to go ahead and paint this upper red section and I'll bring you back when that's done. So stay tuned and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, as we continue on with this build, you can see now that I have all the rest of it taped up. I'm going to leave the upper section the color that the kit actually came in because it's pretty close to what I would paint it anyhow. So now the only thing I need to do is this bottom section here, which is this darker brown right here, but this also gets the same color. Now the problem with this is that if you look very closely, you can see that it's actually molded into the plastic, so I need to separately tape that off so I can paint it the same color, and then I need to install the walls that go here before I actually paint this. So what I'm going to do, and I did this on the front one, is just take this masking tape and put it right over the logo, and then with my fingernail I'm going to push it down along the sides. You guys can see what I'm doing. Just so it conforms to the sign itself. Alright, and once we get this one done, then we'll do this lower one, which is also molded in. So, now the only way you should do this is with a really, really sharp knife, because you're going to cut around this logo or DQ sign, whatever you want to call it. And take your time with this, because the better you mask it off, the better it will come out. So, as you can see, I keep going around, making sure I got a real tight fit around the entire sign. Okay, now, like I said, you're going to need a really sharp blade, and I did change this blade earlier to do the first one like this. So now the trick is just to follow with your knife very slowly and go all the way out to the end. If you have to, that's okay, because you're not going to use that piece. Alright. Now there's also these little indentations in the sign that you'll have to take care of after you get most of the bulk off. And let me tell you something, guys, if you don't have patience, this is not something you should be doing, because this definitely takes some patience. You gotta be careful in case your knife slips just like that just did. Now this should, it didn't cover very well down there in the corner, so I'll have to see if I can redo that part. Like I said, it's important for you guys to try and get this as close and as clean as you possibly can. Now you saw that piece broke off. So now I'm just going to try to rock it in there like that. That should have did it. And we'll see here. I don't think so, but let's see. There's still a small piece of the blue showing down there. And I'm going to have to see if I can take care of that after, after I cut the rest of it out. So. It's also good to put it on a solid surface so you can have a little bit of more steadiness. Okay, there's the next piece off. Alright, and now we already did this top piece, but we need to get it a little bit better. Alright, as you can see, I got it on there, but I'm going to have to clean it up a bit. But like I said, you need to get it as tight as you can. Apparently I didn't get it too tight, otherwise I wouldn't have this problem. But I'll just go ahead and clean this up, and I'll bring it back when it's done and when this piece is put together. And then we'll go ahead and see if I can find a color that will match the color that I want to do. So with all that being said, we will be back very shortly. Alright guys, as you can see right now, I have the model pretty much together. I did the bottom section and this here, and I'm going to do the front entryway with this Krylon Fusion, and it is called Satin Khaki. Looks to be close to the color that is actually in the photo. Close, but no cookie, you know. Close enough for me. Anyhow, I did leave the beige alone the way it is, or the tan, whatever color you want to call it. This is the red that I used, and the only thing left for me to do now is to install the doors, windows, and all the little canopies that come along with this. So I'm going to go ahead and paint those all up, and I'll bring you back here in a few minutes. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start putting the windows in, and like I mentioned very early on in this build, that these are actually tinted windows, which is very cool. I like that. And then I also went ahead and painted the outside frames of the windows in that brown, that espresso brown color. There seems to be one way that all of these can go on here. I'm not going to follow the instructions on this because I think it's going to be pretty easily. They do have these little alignment pins on here for your doors and windows to fit in. So anyhow, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start putting these guys together, and let's see what we come up with. So that being said, let's get going. Okay, and I'm using my sprue cutters to get it off the sprues. We can do two at a time here, so I don't get mixed up with all of these. There are certain sizes go to sizes, if you follow what I mean about that. So these two are going to go down here on these. Wait a minute now. Uh-oh. Where'd that go? Didn't go far because I heard it hit the glass. Alright, we'll take the other one. I'll look for that one here in a minute. Really? Alright guys, let me see what this situation is here, because first of all I lost one of these, and second of all I gotta see which one of these glass goes on to window frames. Be right back. Too big for that one, and too short for that one. What is going on with this? This is not good. And it was only these two that had the locating pins on it, but the others do not. And also that one looks like it'll work there, but these other ones are just way big. I might have to look at the instructions on this. Alright, stay tuned guys, I'll be back. Let me sort this out, see what's going on. Further investigations, I found that locating pins are on the inside here for the rest of the glazing that has to go in here. So with that being said, I did paint these, and I am going to scrape around where it's going to mount into the building. This is one side. This window here will be for here, and this one here will be for the drive-up window. So we're going to go ahead and do those two first, and get them all scraped up and ready to get installed. So all I'm doing is taking my knife and just going along the outside of where this is going to mount inside the building. It was easier for me to do it this way than to try and mask it all off. And it just takes a couple of scrapes. You just want to get some of the paint out of the way so it will have a good adhesion. Alright, so now let's go ahead and cut these guys out. Alright, that's one. And so now what I will do is put a little, I could actually take the roof off and work from both sides. I did not glue it, I won't glue the roof in because later on I'm probably going to put some lights in here. But let's see, let me turn on another light. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lay some glue in here. Okay. And it would help if I knew where I put that window. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is an easy kit, believe it or not. It's just that I'm losing stuff. I don't know what the heck I just did with that window. Now here's the other one that I lost earlier. Okay. So. Alright, let me get back to you guys. Alright guys, we are back. The window fell on the floor. I don't know how I didn't see that, but anyhow I found it. So now we'll go ahead and cut the second one out. I'll put the glazing after I get all the windows installed. Alright, so here we go. There is a detent in here so the windows line up. Alright, and now we got a couple more windows here. See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the same size, and I do have 4 right here, so let's make sure that that's what needs to go in there. Alright, so number 14, so number 14's all the way around. So yeah, let's see if this is number 14, and it is. So we'll be using these 4 right here next. I'm going to go ahead and clean those up, and you guys get the general idea how this is going to be done. So I'll bring you back when all the windows and glazing are installed. Be back in a few. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is the completed Dairy Queen model that I've been working on. And as you can see, I got the colors almost perfect. Let me show you this here. You can see that the red is a lot brighter, and the bottom here is a lot darker than what I had, but I did the best I could with the paints that I could find that were available. And of course we have a moth flying around in my kitchen here. We gotta see if we can get rid of him. Hang on a minute, guys. All right, get out of here. Get. All right. Anyhow, like I said, the paints are not exact, but it's good enough for me. I should have used a brighter red here, but I used what I had on hand. The roof I just painted brown, and I added an air conditioning unit, which does not come with the kit, and I added this little vent up here for like a kitchen vent. Believe it or not, I painted this the same color as this. I was going to try and match the stonework that they have right here, but no, it's way too tedious and I didn't want to waste that much time. Anyhow, we just give it a spin around here. And as you can see, I painted these overhangs or canopies or whatever you want to call them the same color as the roof. I still need to paint the top of this guy right here with the brown. But as you can see, now, they had this cutout back here. I don't know exactly what it was for, but I was assuming that it might be an access to get to the roof, so I added this plastruct ladder just to give it that extra little detail. Anyhow, I think that's going to be it for this kit, and also I did the sign. I left the stanchion. I painted the base the same color with that flat gray, aircraft gray, but I left the post of the sign white. So anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. But now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out.